impossible to fake. When someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's alright with me. I just one look at you and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
My name is Liaho Papo, and I will be your Master of Ceremony today. We would like to thank you all for gathering here today, joining us to celebrate the graduation of Dr. Ayanda Sibiya. I believe that we can all agree that it is such an incredible milestone. We are beyond inspired of her achievement, and we are very proud. Just a few housekeeping rules to note. The bathrooms are outside, just walk down the corridor, and then follow the signage that is on the walls. I think I'm not going to use the mic. I'm loud enough.
No, for the sake of the camera.
A few housekeeping rules to note. Bathrooms are on the corridor, just follow the signage that are on the wall. And refreshments are served outside by the cashier. Without taking up any further time, I would like us to welcome Ayanda Sibiya to lead us in prayer.
Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, we thank you, mighty God, for this wonderful day. It is the day that you have made, my God, that we will rejoice and be glad in it. Father, we thank you as we have gathered here, mighty God. We call upon the Holy Spirit to be with us in this place as we are celebrating, my God. We welcome you, mighty God. We know that my God, we call upon the Spirit of order, the Spirit of love, the Spirit of peace. Be with us, O King of Glory. We thank you. We call upon the name that is above all names, the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. When I knew about this day, oh Father, ibanati enkosi yamakhosi, ibanati themba lamathemba. Asinalo elinye ithemba ngoba ngaphandle kwakho siyazi ukuthi konke kwenziwa nguwe Nkosi engcwele. Take charge and take control, mighty God, of everything that's going to happen in this place. In Jesus' wonderful name. Let everybody say amen.
Thank you, Mama, for the lovely prayer. Just before we get to our first speaker, one thing to note, after speaking, please step this side for a picture with Dr. Ayanda Sibiya before you return to your seat. Thank you very much. I would like to welcome to the stage Mr. Msibi to speak, to give us the first set of words for the day.
The doctor's father. Yeah. Welcome everybody. Thank you very much for coming. Am I loud enough? Yeah, you are. I would like to welcome you and I welcome you. And like to invite you to this ceremony and for it. I'll give you a brief history about Ayanda, the journey, the career, and also the home life. I'll be the longest speaker on the platform. Just a minute silence. 30 seconds for a moment. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you very much. In the house of Sweden, and this is the house of Lucy. And I would like to introduce the family just a little bit. The big sister is, who is the big sister in the house? Is it you or Pink? Tado.
Okay, biologically.
So there's two big sisters in the house, Tandem City and Pinelli Story. And then, just raise your hand when I, and then
When are you number two?
there is Dr. Ayanda Sibiya, and there's Zintle. And we've got siblings. Kumo, where are you?
Kumo.
Raise your hand. Oh, you can see you. There's Kumo, there's Camelo, and there's Tato, and there's where's the little one?
Yeah.
And there's Ntanta, and there's you. What is your name? His name is Kazumu. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, let's move forward now. I've introduced them, then you know exactly the Msibi family. Just to give you a brief history, Ayanda began a professional life at the University of Johannesburg after she graduated as a Msibi. She returned to the university and she was running a program, the university program as a manager, marketing manager at the University of Johannesburg. They later established a business school, which she set up, and she was running the business school. Now I must come to her professional qualifications. She got a BA degree. She got an honors BA. She got a BCom degree. And she got an MBA, that is somewhere we meet. I'm not too far from it. And now recently she's a qualified doctor, PhD. As a father, I'm very proud, as is the family, all of us. We've been behind you all the time. And thank you so much, sisters, all of them. There is no boy in the house. And it's only the generation. And the grandfather thing, you know. There's the Camel, and Tato. She wrote a thesis of interest. Can I call? Doctor? Her thesis was a conceptual hybrid project management model for SMEs in infrastructure development called Gauteng. I don't know if you comprehend as to what that means. Ayanda explored the root of the road infrastructure projects in socio-economic development and employment creation, identifying the sector's challenges with project delays and cost overruns. And in an MBA or doctoral thesis, you have to put your argument and defend it. She identifies those challenges and cost overruns. She argued that both the government and the private sector are actively committed to supporting SMEs in infrastructure development. I don't know whether this is real. I wanted to argue at this.
My research has
Doctor?
proved
But insufficient project management approaches and tools utilized by the SMEs, and the lack of these resources hinder the successful execution of projects. That is true. Ayanda's research evaluates current project management methodologies and proposes a hybrid approach that combines traditional and agile project management methodologies as a solution to addressing project complexities. And there are external disruptions in the process. She continues that such an approach will enhance the success rate of infrastructure projects linked to optimizing SME operations in Gauteng. And we can discuss and argue that further after this. That was a thesis. Ayanda's in childhood, we were a very good family, and I would like to welcome amongst us Mr. Dennis Ngwenya, Human Tapsi, which we spent a lot of time traveling together with Ayanda and the whole family, and Dennis knows the family as much as we know ourselves. We had annual trips that were very interesting, and I would like to extend a special thanks to my daughter for achieving this milestone qualification. She is the first one in the family, and I hope there are others. Where is Kum? We are waiting on this. All eyes are on you. We hope we are learning lessons, and all the others. And I'm very grateful. Zinta is done.
No, she's not. She's back to school. Please.
Oh, she banned school. And so I'm very grateful as a father to have such daughters that are so successful, to have a family that is so successful. It's a blessing, especially for me and for the lead mother as well. And what I'm going to say is, I know Ayanda there's a trophy room in your house. Don't spend too much time in the trophy room. Looking at your trophies, run for another one. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Msili, for your lovely words. Beautiful, heartfelt, and definitely true. I think on the back of what he said, to reiterate the strong sense of his messaging, my encounter with Ayanda, Dr. Ayanda Sibiya, is that every single time I see her, she follows up and asks if I'm studying, when I'm going back to school. That's always the first question, and I think that speaks to how much of an academic she is. It speaks to how she does not restrict herself, and she keeps going from strength to strength and never stops learning. Thank you for that. Thank you for inspiring us, and to repeat, we are incredibly proud. I would like to call to the stage our second speaker for the day, Mr. Ayanda Sibiya.
Sanibonani nonke, igama lami Ayanda Sibiya, ngingumncane kaBongani. Sibiya sijabule kakhulu ukuba namakhosi Dr. Ayanda Sibiya. ngithemba nabasibiya nabakhona nabasibiya bajabulile angike ngeke ngikhulume kakhulu lapho ngizobonga ukuthi sibe nomakoti owudoktar Sibiya. Abasibiya yinkomo zamahlahla yabakhuleke abanikela njengentombiso
Thank you, Mr. Sibiya. I would like to welcome on stage Dr. Ayanda's sister.
Oh, the
Tanya.
elder sister. Thank you, Lana. Okay, welcome everybody. I didn't have any speech to prepare, so I think I'm just going to speak from my heart. It shows who's the mother after my mother in the family. I couldn't prepare a speech because I was so busy. You know, everybody calling, preparing this, time of this, taking care of the boys and everything. However, yesterday, as I was resting and relaxing, I managed to pick up something. And that resonated very well with Ayanda. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to speak too much English. Everybody knows Witty. I am a pure Zulu girl. So most of the time I speak isiZulu, and I'm very proud and very clear and articulate in isiZulu. Every woman has a headline for her life, and this is Ayanda's headline. My part.
They told me I couldn't, that's why I did it. That's Ayanda's headline. There were so many instances where Ayanda was told that she's not capable, it's not going to happen. And every time that happened, Ayanda would call me and tell me, Ukuthi, I quote, "Bangjoyela laphi, ngifuna ukubabonisa." Guess who would echo her and say, "Babonis, bayakujoyela." And today we are standing here. See, echoa on top of those very same words, Ukuthi, ngifuna ukubabonisa. Not only did she say it because of ama colleagues who were undermining her, and also nama bosses who were undermining her and telling her Ukuthi, she will never make it. And as a very hard worker, she's a very hard worker. And being given a task to an alpha female like Ayanda is not an easy task. To be a sister, hashtag a new mom, to Ayanda and the rest of the family is not an easy task. Mr. Boy, congratulations for that day where you saw Uma and you thought, "Na indo ngifuna ukuyishada." You did well. Look at you today. Bongani, congratulations, Bongani. This jacket, Leanne or Jazz, whatever it's called, it's not only for Ayanda. There's a lot behind the scenes. You supported her. Sikbonile, supporter all the way. With Nkazimulo, and believe me, Nkazimulo is a very hyperactive kid. You were burned out. Ayanda was burned out. But Nabambana, Nuguti, we want this to happen. Congratulations, Bongani, for making that decision in primary school to say, this is the one I want. Oh, they met, I didn't say, but you guys met in primary school, right? Primary school, beginning of high school. Yes, you did well. Look at you today. To my beautiful sister,
uzinhle. The dramatic one, of course. I mean, I am the one that's very quiet. I'm the very quiet one in the family. Thank you so much. I'm the quiet one in the family. Thank you so much for being there for Ayanda. You guys, you guys can fight. And most of the time, I always sit back and say, then you suddenly find a way of healing, you find a way of making sure Zinhle, you did well. Support Ayanda all the way. There are secrets as it is nigga keep, but you did well. Congratulations. On that note, to my beautiful boys, thank you so much for supporting me while I supported Ayanda. The journey has not been easy. You guys know that. The journey was not easy. You guys stood by me. You trusted me. We lost Ukoko 2 years ago. I got divorced to your dad 3 months later. Nama Nami, without judging me. I was unemployed. Got an Nangtemba for me to support Auntie Ayanda. Thank you. I love you guys and you mean the world to me. For each journey, there's still a long journey ahead. It's not an easy journey. It's never going to be easy. God, and I thank you for that. Ayanda, you've really made us proud as a family. I remember the first phone call, Lena A again, immediately after we lost Mom. And I think it was a few weeks after we lost Mom. And she said to me, I want to be a doctor. I sat there and I said to myself, hey boy, it's fine, you guys can sit. Thank you. I sat there and I said, in my bedroom, and I said, now I am does she know what this is, the amount of energy that we need for us to go through this? And she said, I'm going to channel my energy elsewhere. I cannot sit here and grieve. Instead, I'm going to push and I'm going to make sure I channel my grief and my energy elsewhere. That's what I like about Ayanda. We've had so many traumas, and I pray that we don't have any other trauma. Because for every trauma, Ayanda has a way of turning the trauma into a qualification. Our past trauma, we had a trauma before your MBA. Guess what? A few months later, Ayanda qualified for an MBA. We had a trauma, Yagama. A few years later, Ayanda is qualified as a doctor. My prayer now is that Sikala will not be any trauma. Because Sikala, when we celebrate, there must not be trauma behind Guti Sipusha, because we are now we are refocusing our energy to something else. That's how much I trust my brother-in-law, Slow. You know? So thank you so much. It hasn't been an easy journey. Ayanda, I saw you which you were burnt out. They did say you were not going to do it. They undermined you. They looked at you. They insulted you. I was there. I was there. I was the first person you would call and tell me, yes, push forward. This is not the end of it. This is not the end of the journey. Continue to inspire, continue to I stand here today confidently saying I'm an alpha female because of you. And when I say I'm an alpha female, what is an alpha female, you will understand exactly where I stand. Not because of beauty, of anything else, but because of Ayanda. When I was unemployed, she was the first person to say, you need to replan your life. You need to go back to school. Yes, I went back to school. Look at me today. Self-sufficient, taking care of my 2 teen boys, without the help from anyone but myself. Thanks to Ayanda. Thank you, my children. Well, I say my babies now. Thank you, everybody. The journey was long. There's a long journey ahead. Because I know that is coming. In fact, that has already started. What do you mean? I think it was Thursday evening already when she sent a message and asking, imagine why is it masters and I'm thinking, let's just focus on Sunday. That's the amount of pressure that she puts on. She puts on it as a family. Siyabonga, you guys have shared amalanga with us, which were days lapho kubuhlungu khona, and we are very delighted that now you're sharing with us 2 years later, a day where we can celebrate. Siyabonga, ningakwenzi only kithi, kodwa niqhubeke nikwenze nakwabanye. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sando, for your beautiful words. You know, I believe we may have all heard the saying that it may get quite difficult or challenging, rather, to be attentive or hear every single detail of the word. Words that are being shared with us on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
So we're just going to have our starters, and then following that, we'll conclude with our program. Thank you. I would now like to call to the stage my sister.
My name is Niku, as known by the fellows. I was told that I would speak, not knowing what I would say. So I didn't prepare a speech. So if it sounds broken somewhere, you know why. I think maybe first we must acknowledge women in general. It's Women's Month. Happy Women's Month to all the ladies in the house. And having said that, I think with the role that women are playing in the country at the moment, I think they are carrying us all on their backs. Some are performing in the World Cup, and some are bringing back doctorates. So I think it's important to note that women are the cornerstone of our nation. And to your late mother and your Mama Zala, I think we need to give them gratitude, but also not forgetting the fathers. I think quite a coincidence in terms of how the families have been brought together. One side is the girls and the other side is the boys. So there's quite a good mix. But I think it's about you today. And for me, I want to thank you. I think I speak for myself, my younger brother especially. He's always been on the ball. When it comes to academia, I think you have always been there for us and pushed us, as was said, that clearly it's a trait of yours to go around telling people to study. But I think the most important aspect of that is that you don't only push us to study, you are willing to help, either through registration or what course to do, assignments, etc. I think you are in the correct field, finally. We might celebrate you today, but it's important to note that you haven't always been comfortable in all your professions. I think you're finally home, and we appreciate the level that you've gone to. I don't know if there's anything beyond the PhD, because then I know you are after it already. Congratulations, and thank you for bringing a doctor to the Spiyas, not to the MCBs. The MCBs will have to join the crew later on. Because knowing you and your husband, I think we also have to acknowledge him. He's always been impatient at times, or maybe most of the time, but he's willing to help, right? And I know that he's behind you already. I think maybe to close off, thank you for bringing us a nephew also. It's good for him to have a mother that's a doctor. I think it's something that he can boast about when he's growing up. Yeah, I think that's about it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Du. I would now like to call to the stage Ezekiel.
afternoon all. I've already been introduced. I do have the flu, so if you can't hear me, I'm very sorry. But I'm trying my best to speak as loud as I can. But I do think I'm audible. Am I loud enough? Okay. I've already been introduced, but in my own words, I've won the honor of being Ayanda's little sister for 28 years. I won't mention her age, but I can confirm that exactly 28 years ago, her life became more colorful and more dramatic with me in it. My name is Zinke. The past 3 years have been pretty rough for the 5 of us. I say 5 because Mohani is my dad's favorite son. Nothing happens at home without Mohani. I can't say, Liaho, that you have big shoes to fill, but I do know that your work is certainly cut out for you, wherever you are in the room. Tando mentioned that the past 3 years have been pretty rough on us all. We had to pick up the pieces of our lives after losing a huge chunk of our heart, with our mother. And I think it's one thing to get a doctorate, but it's another thing to achieve it after losing a mother. There are many ways to describe Ayanda. She's a silent worker bee, an inspiration to many, and the sister that doesn't ask you how your day was, but rather asks, when are you going back to school? I stand here in absolute awe of your ability to put your mind to something and to achieve it. Years ago, Ayanda told our mom that she would become a doctor. And my mom was everyone's cheerleader. Well, our mom was everyone's cheerleader, and she always cheered Ayanda on about being a doctor. At the time, it was Dr. Sibiya, but now it's Dr. Sibiya. Our mom always asked Ayanda to hurry up so that the degree could belong to the Msibi family, but I think it's only fair for us to claim 50% of the doctorate. So it is Dr. Ayanda Sibiya. You have to say the Msibi very quickly. One thing I can definitely confirm is that we're all so proud of you. But I don't think there's anyone in this room who is as proud of you as your mother in your inventory. The journey was hard, it was long, it needed grit, and like the silent assassin you are, not once did we hear you say you were going to give up. You pushed yourself, and on some days when you would call Tando and I, complaining, we really asked you, is it necessary to become a doctor? We believe that you're smart and intelligent. You don't have to be a doctor, but you pushed on and you persevered. You navigated being a mother, being a wife, studying, working, and grieving, all in a very short space of time. And we promise you, you can take a break now and give us a chance to please catch up. We're all so proud of you, and you inspire us all, and thank you for bringing us here together today to celebrate the incredible woman that you are. I do have a special message. My special message is standing here in the front. Okay, my special message is from Kazimulo, and he's going to say, he is whispering the message, but I'm trying to get it out. You're whispering. Yeah. I mean, when we rehearsed it, it was perfect. But he does have stage fright. Please excuse me. I must add the context that the last time when we celebrated a graduation with Ayanda, she was pregnant with Kazimulo. And 4 years later, he's cheering her on for achieving a doctorate. Congratulations, Dr. Ayanda Sibiya. I know your mom is rejoicing in heaven as much as we are today. We love you so much, and we are so proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, the person who I'm about to call up next is the reason we're all gathered here today. If we could all stand to our feet as I welcome Dr. Ayanda Sibiya.
Thank you very much. I hope I am audible. My father always said, as he whispers to his friends, walk, but walk.
This podcast is different.
Oh, my dad wants me to wear my gown. What? Sorry. Just okay, get the when you see a beautiful woman and you don't know her age, you take her to a restaurant. And if she's 30, maybe 35, she'll hold the menu up here. But if she's close to 40, she'll hold it down here. 40 is knocking. You too. I thank the Almighty God for this day and for this achievement. I know for a fact that this is not through my own strength, but by the grace of God. I have prayed, I have cried, I have worked very hard, but all the tears and the hard work and the sacrifice will not equal to the grace and the favor God has shown me. The journey has been a living testimony of the power of dreaming, of believing, and of placing my trust in God. It began with a seemingly impossible dream. And that's true, my sisters. It was impossible at the time. But as I held on to it, I started to believe that it too could become a reality. With the price of sacrifice and commitment and the incredible support I received from my family and my friends, I did it. But through sacrifices, commitment, and support, it was crucial for me to put my trust in God and in God's divine plan that He too will bring it to pass. Today I stand here in admiration of His abundant blessings and guidance through this incredible journey. Baba, ngiyabonga. At this moment, I want to extend my sincere appreciation to my parents, who have always supported me, who have always believed in me, who taught me how to be disciplined, to be determined, and to be dedicated to a cause. And if I strongly believe in it, it too is achievable. To my dad, thank you for showing us that hard work yields the desires of your heart, and that we must never shy away from hard work. I also want to thank you for showing us how education can be the key to opening doors of success. To my mother, Ma, I miss you dearly. And even though you are not with us in the flesh, but I'm comforted to know that you too are with us in the spirit. I thank you for teaching us to trust in God and for showing us that we must put God first in everything that we do. Mntanam, it is possible, my mom always used to say. And I dedicate this qualification to you because you show us the door, because you showed us and you saw the doctor in me long before I considered even undertaking my studies. My mom used to call me Dr. Sibiya, always in every conversation. Mama, I thank you for everything you've done for us. To my sisters, Tando and Zinke, you are more than just sisters. You bring so much joy, you bring so much laughter, and you bring so much entertainment in my life. Yeah, it is a blessing to have sisters like you and best friends too. And I am eternally grateful for your support and encouragement that you have shown me and continue to show me. You've always been my support system, and trust me, I do cry a lot, and you are the shoulders I always cry on. I pray that our sisterhood continues to be strengthened, and may God bless us that we never go astray as sisters. To my amazing, wonderful, and blessed son, it's so ironic that 4 years ago when I achieved my MBA, I crossed the stage pregnant. And here he stands in front of me. Thank you for being the light in my life. Uyinkazimulo kaJehova ngempela, as Gogo had made you. You are the reason I put such effort, commitment, and dedication, so that your tomorrow is as bright as what God has set it to be. You give me reason to face every day, even though some days do have challenges. But I don't get weary and I don't get discouraged because of you. And Mntanam, I love you. I love you so much. And thank you for helping me through this. To the person that means the most to me, my husband, Ayanda Sibiya. Today, as I stand before you, I am filled with immense gratitude and love. This day marks a significant milestone in our lives, and I couldn't have achieved it without your support and your love. Your support and love. My best friend, my partner, all aspects of my life. Bongani, you have been my husband for 12 incredible years and my best friend for 25 years. From the moment I shared my dreams and aspirations about this academic journey, you believed in me. Your faith in me has been a driving force behind my success, and I am forever grateful for that. Through every challenge and every obstacle that life has thrown our way, you stood by me, offering me love, offering me encouragement and motivation. Your unwavering support has carried me through the toughest times, giving me strength and courage to keep pushing forward. Every moment when self-doubt crept in, you were there. You lifted me up with your kind words, but importantly, you reminded me of my potential. Your prayers for my well-being and success has meant the world to me. And I too pray that God continues to bless you abundantly, and together we may be blessed with a long and fulfilling life. One of the most significant tests of our relationship, Nobomani, was when we started our PhD journey together. He was enrolled for his PhD, and I was enrolled for my PhD. And as you know, this was one of the dreams that we nurtured together. We wanted to cross the stage together for the very first time, the Sibiyas, both in our red gowns. But the arrival of Ungazimolo, it became apparent that this was not a race that we could run together. It was a difficult decision for the both of us. But you, my selfless partner, allowed me to continue with my pursuit while you sacrificed your own aspirations and your own dreams. The magnitude of your sacrifice is something I can never truly repay. And all I can say is thank you for my bottom of my heart. Today, as I stand here, I don't just represent myself, I stand for the both of us. Your love and your support has been the driving force behind my success. And every accomplishment of mine is also a testament to an incredible person you are. And behind every success story, there's often an unsung hero. And in my case, Bohani, it is you. Your love, your belief in me, your willingness to make sacrifices has made all the difference in my journey. As we step into new chapters of our lives, I promise to carry your love and your support in my heart, always, as you've been the pillar of strength, and I promise to be yours. Bongani, I thank you for being my everything. I love you more than words could ever express. And I am excited for all the adventures that awaits us in the future. And today, this graduation is as much mine as it is yours. And thank you for being a part of this special day for Ayanda Sibiya, for being the most significant person in my life. I am forever grateful. As a representative of both the Sibis and the Sibiyas, I stand here today with immense gratitude and extend a heartfelt thanks to the following families. To the Sibiyas, you welcomed me into your heart 25 years ago, not as an outsider, but as a daughter who's in just still says primary school. I'm forever grateful for your love and for the respect that you have shown me. To the Stoller family, who endured the loss of your beloved daughter and sister, yet you continue to stand by our side through thick and thin. And I offer my sincere appreciation. Siyabonga, Lojong. To the Ngwenya family, and also to Mambuki. We can never forget the 25th of December 2020, when my sisters and I wept, not only for our mother, but we feared for losing our father as well. Your love, your unwavering support gave him the courage to carry on. Sorry, my speech is long. And as daughters of the Msibi family, we are deeply thankful for everything you have done to support our father, to Potsoli as well, who's contributed so much to the well-being of our father. We are grateful. Tando, Zinte, the Mpara doctors, your belief in our parenthood journey never wavered. Your relentless research, inquiries, and support led us to the birth of Unkazimulo. I pray that God blesses your hands and continues to blesses your hands to continue assisting others on their path to parenthood as well. To the Matebulas, the Mtandis, thank you very much for your unwavering support, for your friendship, your encouragement throughout the years for both Bongani and myself. To the Malinga boys, to Kumo, to Kani, to Lumbo, to my cousins, to Itumele, Kazimulo looks up to you. And I trust that this red gown will not, even though it is the first, will not be the last in our family. Let it not be an isolated event. To our extended families and friends, your support, your encouragement, your prayers have been a driving force behind my success. May God continue to bless you abundantly. May God continue to protect you in everything that you do. Today I stand here not just as an individual, but as a representation of the love and unity within our intertwined families, as Mduduzi said. It was male and female, and it was so ironic that our families have boys and girls. And today, we are facing challenges, and we're also celebrating our triumphs. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Thank you very much. And I pray that God may continue to bless you and prosper you. Liaho, Mduduzi, Zinhle, Tando, Bongani, Obakeng, Lumko, Gamu, Tado, Itumele. I look forward to your red gowns too. Hey! And Sandile as well. Thank you very much.
Ayanda Sibiya, that was a beautiful speech. We are grateful to spend this wonderful day with you, and we pray for God's mercy to remain upon your life. May every person who encounters you feel the same way that we feel when we are with you. Encouraged, inspired, confident, and having the will to carry on. Once again, congratulations from all of us. Now, I would like to call to the stage the person who has sacrificed it all, the person who held the fort, the person who rolled with the punches, who saw it all, the blood, the sweat, the tears. Please allow me to welcome to the stage Ayanda Sibiya.
Lay on your feet, kiss away.
Sangonani, good afternoon to everyone. Okay. Maybe let me start by thanking everyone for taking the time to come to the middle of Parktown. It's a very strange venue, I suppose. Knowing my wife, it's a very strange venue. It's not as blingy, it's not as glitz as she normally would have chosen. But one thing that we chose the venue for, and ironically there's a gentleman that asked me, so one of the reasons why we chose this place, we've been here before in an event and we fell in love with the view. So when she said, okay, I want to have a celebration, and I'm thinking MOA. So for a second I got lost and oh, the venue you mean? She says yes. And okay, so I said why? She said, cause she probably forgot. We were standing just outside there. Ayanda was still at UJ there as events project manager for the Faculty of Health Sciences. Yeah, I'm not going to be controversial, so we are all at the same racial demographical representation, so it's okay. So Ayanda reported to a white professor, a boy. So at that point we were saying, I think it's time we did our undergrad. Maybe we must level up and go to school. So that we get ourselves, so that we can grow into other positions. She asked the professor. The professor said, no, we'll only give you 10,000 to do a short course. And when we were standing there, I said to her, I think it's time for you to move. Because this thing is not going to benefit us. You know, being under this, we're not going to achieve what we want to achieve. Long story cut short, we enrolled for postgrads together. Of course, we're in different fields, but the objective is that we go to school. It's important for us. I think it's one center that holds for us, and it creates that balance. And we've seen the progress and the growth in terms of us going to school. So Ayanda enrolled for her honors. I enrolled for my BTech. I will not say how long it took us, but we are here. What we always believe and what I always tell her is that in everything that we do, we must always begin with the end in mind. Where do we want to be? Forget but the end goal is for us to get there. So we come with it. Yeah, I've sacrificed a lot. Yeah, but here you are, babes. You're in the red gown, so it's a grind. You know, you've done what we had said to do. The sacrifices and compromises that we made. It's not that we don't have the red gown. We've got it. And I must make one more sacrifice. I know we've been back and forth about it, but I'll make the sacrifice. And you probably wondered why Xena said, let's do the car wash. I'm saying, dude, you must go to MOA. Okay. So the next sacrifice I'm going to make is yours. That's a sacrifice. I think means you grand now.
Yes.
PhD, I've given you the 8, so you're okay. So I think I just want to give just a bit of perspective in terms of the sacrifice that we had to make. People didn't understand why. Okay, maybe let me address the primary school story first. So it will make sense. We started knowing each other. Ayanda was in grade 8 and I was in grade 10. Standard 6 and I was in standard 8. Not a primary school. So we've known each other, say 25 years, for the longest time. And this is happening in Alberton. So naturally we go to school, we grow, and we now at a point of we must now establish ourselves. We get a house in Alberton. We bought a house, a very old house, and renovated it. I'm just trying to give context of the sacrifice. Just we renovate the house. Finally, when the house is nice and done, Ayanda says, I've got an offer as Sifako Makhatu. I'm glad I see the person that introduced me to Sifako Makhatu is here. It's not even Sifako Makhatu at that time, it's Medunzi. Dr. Bandile Masoud is at Medunzi. I'm saying, yo, we are just there now. So there's another doctor here, Dr. Mubala. So when I tell him, he says, what is Ayanda doing? That place is dead. So Ayanda gets an offer. She says, okay, I'm going to take it. I said, okay. The first man goes, second man goes. Ayanda is complaining every single day when she comes back from work. Because she's going to Pretoria, not even CBD. Yes, baby, I'm going. Go, guys. I'm saying, okay, so what is it? So no, meaning drive it. It takes me 2 hours to drive back, 2 hours to go. I'm saying, okay. So since he says, I don't know, but I think this journey is too far. I said, okay, I'm working in Centurion, but we're moving to Waterfront, so we must find some place central. Safe to say we stay in Centurion now, because we had to minimize the drive for Ayanda. 4 months after we've moved a Centurion, we bought a house at Centurion, sold our house, moved to Centurion. 4 months down the line, baby, I don't want to get Sifako Makhatu. So I'm saying, okay, what do you mean? She says, no, the passion for being an academic is what I want to do. I want to lecture and I want to be an academic. So you are stopping, right? Yeah. So what's going to happen? No, I'm here and there. Okay. So it gets very tough because we have a son who moved to Centurion. We have to adjust in terms of the language. But I say to her, look, it's okay. You can leave, provided that you're going to take the time to finish the studies. Because then it means that if we do it, we would have done it for something that would have been worth it. Safe to say, she's a doctor. And like they say, the rest is history. Congratulations, Dr. Stock. You're an amazing woman. You're an amazing talent. I am blessed to have you as my wife. Kazimula is blessed to have you as his wife. We are blessed to have you as our family. And I want to thank you for each and everything that you've done. Not for only yourself, for each and everyone. You don't just sacrifice for yourself, but you sacrifice for us as well. I am proud of you, and I hope and pray that your heart is fulfilled, your desire in terms of what you want to do is on the right path, and I hope that you will continue to have the strength and courage to take on the responsibility that you've embarked on. It takes a lot to get the red gown, but you know, making your mark in the academic field is another problem. You should not doubt, because it is not going to help you if you doubt. Keep the focus, stay strong, but remember one thing. You are not doing this for yourself. There's other people that are watching. I always tell you that we don't have a relationship because we want to be seen. But the one thing that I must do, I must show, because I've got 2 younger brothers that come after me. I must teach them, they must see how to treat a woman. I've got a son now. It's important for me to show him how to treat a woman. But it's equally important for you as a woman to show him what it takes to treat a man. We've worked, we've walked this journey together, and of course we've had our own issues, but we're not here for that. It's celebrated at God. So I want you to know that I will always be there for you. You will always be my queen, and I will always treasure your heart. You know one thing about that Bible verse that says, guard your heart. Guard that heart of yours. Guard my heart, but most importantly, guard that heart of yours. You will experience new dynamics wherever you're going. You will experience new interactions, but the one thing that we've agreed on is that we build a strong and solid foundation so that we can be able to build more and more together. Congratulations, Ayanda. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I'm thankful that you finally have the red gown, and it is through your own hard work that you didn't sacrifice anything or compromise yourself in any way. It is because the integrity and the respect that you will have when you're called a doctor, you're not going to doubt anything. Because arena skeletons of vanilla is I'm thankful for you. And I'm thankful for each and every person that has come to celebrate Ayanda's achievement. We have tried to have a more indicator so that everybody can enjoy. We hope that you will enjoy the evening with us, and we thank you for coming. I just want to thank Sandy from the KZN. I phoned them and they said, no, told them Ayanda is graduating. So to my parents, when I say we're going to KZN Maritzburg, to Ayanda's aunt and uncle, I phoned them and they didn't even hesitate. They said they're coming through. They drove all the way from KZN just to celebrate with you. You should treasure, and I'm not saying the KZN trip is more important than the locals, but I'm just trying to indicate the magnitude of the value that people see in you. So it's important for you to always be humble and treasure each and every person that contributes into your life without necessarily judging what they are contributing into your life. It's important for you to take that and embrace that. So thank you everyone, and I hope that you will enjoy, and may the good Lord bless you and protect you, and may you have a wonderful evening. Thank you. As a token of appreciation,
You cut the phone. Come
Thank you very much, Omane, for your nice words. I see our mentor family arrived. This is great. Just like to call our final speaker for the day back to the stage. But you see, to say a few more words. But thank you.
Very welcome everyone. That's a small thing. I forgot to thank you, Mr. Story, for driving all the way from KZN for this occasion. Also, thank the Sibiya family, thank the Story family, and everybody else. What should be a KZN? Whatever fruit out 5 is a color was it. Makama. There was that? All the color was here out 5. Also in the interview, I would like to welcome Dr. Masu. Thank you very much for coming. Dr. Masu. There was but one was Ziti ma apple, ziti ma banana, ziti pineapple, ziti ma. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's enjoy.
And everybody just make sure that it's something. Yes. Does everyone have a glass in their hands? No. Not yet. It'll be very short and sweet so we can carry on with the rest of the evening. But the idea of the toast was sprung on me. I've never done a toast before, but there's a first time for everything. Firstly, we'll start off again by some technical difficulties. We'll start off by again congratulating Dr. Ayanda Sibiya. And our first toast, we're going to toast to her and her family more success, good health, and wealth.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yes.
You have to stand. Our second toast of the evening, or of the day rather, is to the people that have made Ayanda who she is today, the people that have contributed to her growth, her personality, her well-being, who she is as a person. And this toast is to Ayanda's family and friends. A toast to you. And our last and final toast is to our graduate, Ayanda. We're so proud of you once again. We cannot express how proud of you we are. And this toast is dedicated especially to you for bringing us here together today. I also use this as an opportunity to close off the evening and to let everybody know to please enjoy the rest of the evening, stay safe, and yeah, you are now free to mingle. It's no longer, you don't have to sit at the table anymore, is what I'm saying. So to our graduate, Ayanda.
Imali ayithenga uthando angeke ithenge uthando imali ayithenga uthando futhi angeke ithenge uthando imali